deposit is 5 million Uganda shillings.
Okay.
Starting with 5, 10, 20, 30.
Okay.
Welcome back to Property 360 on Smart 24 Television, Driving Business. I'm your host, Josiah, and in studio with us is Ms. Baligamba Annette, a director at Universal Affordable Housing, Uganda, a lady who sells properties with an initial of 5 million. Welcome to the show, Annette.
Thank you.
Now, Annette, how long have you been with Universal? And being a director, are you part of the owners of Universal? Or?
To our viewers, thank you for tuning in and watching the show. I've been with Affordable Housing Universal for the last 8 years. And we are doing properties or condominium apartments for sale to Ugandans. I'm not an owner, but I'm a director in the company with a group of other investors.
Okay, so your investor does condominiums, strictly condominiums,
Yes,
or
please.
other projects like standard loans and
No, we are the leading company that does condominium houses.
And our viewers would want to know, what are condominiums?
Condominium is, Ugandans refer them to flats or apartments. So when you see a block of apartments, each unit in that apartment, or in a block of a flat or apartments is a condominium.
Okay.
A unit in a block of apartments
Okay.
is a condominium.
Okay, and are these mainly rentals, or you're selling them to people?
Universal does selling.
It does selling?
Yes,
Okay.
its main objective is to
Is to
sell affordable houses,
Okay.
condominiums.
Okay.
So our main objective is to sell.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, our viewers would want to know, if I wanted to buy an apartment, what would be the initial, and what is the range of the properties in terms of price that you guys sell?
Universal, being the leading company that is selling condominiums and a new concept in Uganda, although it's about 9 years, still new on the market, we have different payment options.
Okay.
The initial for an off-plan project, which we always encourage. Off-plan means when a project is starting from foundation, you pay 5 million Uganda shillings. That is the first option, where you book at off-plan with 5 million Uganda shillings. Then we have other options like rent to own, where a project is completed. We've introduced rent to own. You pay 50%.
Of the total amount?
The total amount, say if the apartment is 90 million Uganda shillings, you pay 45,
Okay.
get the key, then use the balance of 50% from either the rent you are paying before, where you are staying, or you get a tenant to top up on the 50%. Then we also have mortgage financing. We partner with different banks who give our clients mortgages up to 20 years.
So what are the different condominium packages? Let's say, we talked of 90 million. Is that a full house? Or in terms of bedrooms, how big is 90 million, and what are the other packages?
We have 1 bedroom.
Okay.
One bedroom is with a bathroom, a sitting room, a bedroom, a kitchen, and a balcony. Then we have 2 bedrooms. Then we have 3 bedroom apartments.
Okay.
And soon we are introducing 4 bedroom.
Okay. And how affordable is, you know?
We are affordable.
Very affordable.
Very affordable.
Because, you know, Ugandans are so much that they are used to the standard loans, okay? So, in comparison, is it cheaper to go in for a condominium other than buying a standard loan?
People have reasons why they do standalones and why they have condominiums.
Okay.
But I'm here to speak about
Condominiums.
condominiums and why people should go for condominiums.
Okay.
They are cheaper, obviously.
Okay.
They are more affordable. We have a project in Kajansi where we have an apartment at 98 million Uganda shillings.
That's 1 bedroom?
That's 1 bedroom.
Okay.
And the lowest of our 3-bedroom is at 205,
Okay.
still in Kajansi. That is affordable, which is paid in about 2 to 3 years.
205 is,
205 million Uganda shillings.
that's 2 bedroom, 3 bedrooms?
3 bedrooms.
3 bedrooms.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Then a
affordable.
2-bedroom is 175.
Okay.
Over time, the prices were actually lower, but because of different reasons in the market, with the building construction, the prices keep going high. So you said, why should people go in for
Condominiums as
Condominiums.
compared to standalones? Because with the standalone, I'll have it will be a okay, on my plot of land, with part of it as my garden and maybe a playground for the kids and, parking. Would you provide that in a typical condominium setting?
The first reason why people should go in for condominiums is because we are focusing on location.
Location.
Location. Location. Location.
Okay.
Location.
Okay, what do you mean by location?
So in condominiums, you don't get locations that don't work for a normal Ugandan. Our locations are very good.
Okay.
For example, we did a project in Kololo.
Okay.
Our viewers know how much land in Kololo costs,
Okay.
but we're able to put
Quite
there.
expensive?
Yeah, very expensive.
Very
We're
expensive.
able to put there an apartment. The lowest was 235 million Uganda shillings.
And that was 3 bedrooms?
That was a 1-bedroom.
1 bedroom?
Yes.
Okay.
A 3-bedroom was 440
140.
million
So
Uganda
at the
shillings.
same price, at that
So
cost, you
that's-
cannot get it.
You cannot even get it anywhere, even in Nigeria.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons why people are going in for condominiums. They're getting locations where they cannot afford to build a standalone.
Okay. Now, Annie, and there are constraints on amenities, because I believe everything is shared, okay?
Mhm.
The playground, the parking, and how much parking do you give, okay?
Okay.
And if I'm the kind of person who, has a family of, let's say, I have a wife, kids, so on average I have about maybe, let's say, 2-3 cars,
Mhm.
okay? Would you provide that much parking for me, okay? Let's talk about the other, services and facilities, the playground and places to, hand out.
Amenities.
Yeah,
Because you mentioned
there
what
constraints?
amenities do we give?
okay,
Yeah, a condominium, first of all, we give you a land title.
okay.
Each apartment comes with a land title.
Really?
Yes.
I thought land titles are only provided on the ground.
No. There's a Condominium Act
Oh, that provides.
that provides for condominium titles.
Okay,
Yes, which you can transfer to your names.
okay.
And then we also
No matter
give, no matter
floor.
which floor you're on.
Okay,
Yeah. Then we have the shared amenities. We are putting gym, swimming pool.
okay,
Then we have the parking lot that you mentioned.
okay.
On the title, we put one parking lot or one parking slot for each apartment
Okay.
because we are affordable housing, so we don't have that luxury
Of
space of putting, I don't know, 10,
units for
10,
house.
10 parking slots for one house.
Okay.
But we also put extra parking slots for guests,
Mhm.
and we haven't had any challenges with parking lots
Okay.
yet.
Okay. And so, what does the managing of, those shared spaces? Is it affordable housing, or after selling off the units, you leave it to the tenants?
No. There's what we call management clause in when we are selling.
Okay.
So every condominium has to be managed
By
by
Universal
the
Affordable.
no, not by
Okay.
Universal, but by the association. So when we sell, the first 6 months, Universal is managing, and a company that we came up with called Cornerstone.
Okay.
So they manage and make sure that the tenants, the landlords, form a board or an association
Okay.
that will take over the management. If
Oh,
they wish to still have the one under Universal,
okay.
they can stay with it. If they have a private one they want to come up with,
Okay.
it's for their own good. But there's the amount of money that we put in the agreement at handover that our clients or our customers or homeowners, they need to pay the first 6 months so that we can manage
Okay.
as they get used to management fees and managing of the common areas, paying for security guards, paying for cleaners, garbage collection. So we take them through that process of the first 6 months until they form
An
association or a board. Yeah.
Okay. Now, are the titles transferable? If I
Yes.
wanted to sell my apartment.
Of
to
course
someone.
they are. That's why I said
Okay.
each condominium comes with a title.
Okay.
What you want to use with your title is up to you.
Depends.
It's up to you. For us, we give you handover document
Okay.
with the title transfer forms,
Okay.
and that is what you, whatever you want to do, you can do it. You can transfer, you can leave it there, you can,
Okay.
yeah.
How many projects have you done so far around the city or
We've
outside
done
the city?
30 projects.
30 projects?
And
Meaning
next,
30 condominium apartments?
30 blocks,
Okay.
30 blocks, different names. Naya, we have about maybe 12, Nigeria about 8.
Okay.
We have Namgongo, Korolo. We are coming up with Antinda.
Okay.
We are coming up with, there's a new location that's coming up next week,
Okay.
which viewers will be excited to see.
To see?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But that's basically within the city.
Yeah, within
Have
Kampala
you-
City.
Kampala City, have
Mm.
you done any projects outside the city? Or do you have plans of doing projects outside the city?
We are getting so many queries or people are asking us to do outside the city. People want us to do in the northern Uganda.
Okay.
People want us to do in the west. So we think about it. If the numbers add up, why not?
Okay.
Mm.
Now, let's talk, you talked about mortgages. Are you working with any banks to extend facilities to your clients? And if, the other question is, if I have my money,
Mhm.
let's say a down payment of, let's say 50%,
Mhm.
and I want to pay the balance over time, okay? Is there interest on the balance if I'm paying directly to Universal Affordable?
No, Universal Affordable is a non-interest company.
Okay?
We don't put interest. If you book an apartment, some people delay to make the payment in 2 years. They push to 3 to 4 years, but we don't add any
You don't add
interest.
any
No, we
interest.
don't
Oh,
add
that's
any
good.
interest.
Okay.
But for banks, there is an interest.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the maximum amount of time you can give a person who has made a down payment of, let's say, 50, 20, 30, and would want to, or it depends on the person on how much time?
You actually asked me which banks we work with.
Okay,
We work with all the banks in Uganda.
all the banks in Uganda.
They have the money, we have the houses. So we need each other.
Okay,
Yeah, they need us and we also need them.
okay,
So all the banks, we have MOUs. So whichever bank you're in, a client tells us, I'm in Bank A, Bank B.
okay,
We give them the required the documents,
okay,
and then you get the money.
okay. And none of the interests?
Interest for the banks,
For the banks,
between 18 and 23%.
18 and 23.
But depending on the bank, some banks give 100%
Okay.
financing,
Really?
yes, depending on your job.
Okay,
Other banks give, most of the banks give 70%. So you pay down payment to Universal, 30%, then the bank funds.
okay. Let's talk about these apartments. Are they fully furnished? Can I change my apartment to, suit what I want? Okay? Because I think you have a general layout
Yeah, we do.
for all the projects. But if I want to customize it to my liking, can I change it?
Oh yeah, you can.
I can?
You can. Internal changes are done, and we always encourage customers who book off plan
Okay.
to come and do internal changes. You can have a 3-bedroom apartment and turn it into 1 bedroom.
Of plan to me?
Off plan when we are constructing, when we begin constructions. Yeah, so you do it with our civil engineers or architects, so they advise you is this if it's possible or if it's not. So yeah, you are free to change the apartment internally.
Okay.
Externally, you can't.
Okay. And the other question I asked about them being fully furnished.
Oh yeah, you did that. No, we are affordable housing, so we
It's just
actually
housing.
we don't do fully furnished.
Okay. Okay.
We are avoiding to do like kitchens. We don't do wardrobes. People have different tastes. Some want white kitchens. Some want mahogany. Some want, I don't know. You know what happens within the spaces when people, they have tastes and preferences. So what we do basically a simple internal shell. We put the plumbing work,
So
electrical work.
You don't do 100%.
I say we do 90%.
90%.
Yeah, 90%.
Okay.
We do the tiling, we do the electrical, the plumbing. So you are just left with the wardrobe, the woodwork, but the doors are in. Just
But
a
you know-
simple woodwork. So we don't do fully furnished apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And but you know, finishing is quite expensive. How do you guarantee that what is left is the 10% of the total amount? How do I guarantee?
Actually, finishing is it's not expensive because once you have the key, you can even sleep on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, you can sleep on the floor until you get money to buy a bed.
Okay.
Yeah, so finishing is it's not very expensive. Our clients are not complaining about that that other 10% that is not finished.
Okay.
You can be there without a wardrobe.
Okay.
You can be there without a kitchen until you make the money to, to do the finishing.
Okay. Now let's look at clients who want affordable standalones. Have you thought about it? Is it something that, for example, I wouldn't want to, but I mean,
Yeah,
is it
so many
something
people
that
don't want to live in the condo.
Mm.
Okay, we have this number of customers who don't want a condo.
Okay.
But I believe there are people who are doing standalones, but Universal, for
Is it
now,
not your
we are focusing
on
on
condos?
condominiums
Okay.
because we don't have, it needs a lot of land, and land is about costs.
Okay.
So we are not that big to make the standalones. We need about 30 acres
Of
or
land.
40 to do maybe 100 standalones.
Maybe gated communities.
Yeah, gated communities need a lot of land.
A lot of land.
A lot of land.
Very expensive. Okay.
Live from Hotel Hotel by Marriott Campus Skies, one of the best 5-star hotels with 5-star amenities. Live band every Thursday, the Maestro Band, rooftop bar. Visit them for a 5-star rating. Annette, before we broke off the break, we were talking about, I wanted to ask, what are the ways of paying? How do I pay? Do I bring the money to you? Do you give me an account to deposit?
Payment options.
Yeah.
We have different bank accounts,
Okay.
about 7 banks, because we partner with most of the banks for mortgages.
Okay.
So we give you the account, USD and Uganda shillings.
Mobile money?
Mobile money, yes, of course. Yeah, so for some clients who insist or who have cash, they can come to office and bring the cash to our accountant.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are some of the challenges you as developers face?
They are not like challenges. We're just trying to teach people how to manage condominiums.
Okay.
It's about managing and expectations. After handover, homeowners should know that these are their houses and they should manage them, they should maintain them. For example, people who are not complying to paying management fees, their properties need to be cleaned, need to be repainted. It's not the developer to do that part. Over time, the properties get dirty. So we are trying to encourage homeowners to take up that and know that these are their properties and then maintain them.
We've had challenges for people who are living outside Uganda have always had challenges, like no recent money and when they get back, they relatives promise to help them in developing properties, but none of that is done. Is there anything that Universal Affordable is doing to address such issues and help people who are in the diaspora who want to have property here?
We want to thank all our diaspora clients. We have about 30% now on board. So we thank you for the different platforms that we attend. We have the UNA platform, we have the UK Convention, and different platforms that we go for marketing. For sure, no one has complained that they have lost money paying through Universal, buying an apartment when they are in the diaspora. They are actually very safe and they are very happy.
Now, for Ugandans who want to own property outside Uganda, is it something you consider doing for them? Like, let's say if I wanted to own property in Dubai or UK or London, is it something that you've thought about to, help people want to?
For now, we're still working on the Ugandans to make sure they get decent, affordable accommodation.
Okay.
Then with time, who knows, we shall maybe go outside.
Okay.
Mm.
Being in the city is a bit challenging in terms of traffic, and people is prefer having the quiet kind of life, okay? Especially the elderly, okay? Are there clients within that age bracket to come from your product?
Actually, the elderly like staying in apartments, if you didn't know. One, because of location, we are so close to amenities. We are close to, like Kololo is so close to Mulago in 2 minutes. If you are near there and you have any complications, within 2 minutes the ambulance can pick you up. Nigeria, we have the Nigeria Hospital. Naya, we have TMR. So elderly people actually prefer. When you become more older, you prefer to have that kind of setup. You don't want to be alone. You want it on the balcony and then see every person passing over.
Oh, so there's also, okay.
So we have so many people who
are
are
in a community,
yes.
So you're not, okay, especially like if you've had kids and they've left home, they're living with their families, so you're at least within a community.
You are still within a community. We actually have some people who have left their big homes
and have
settled into the apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, because it's more secure, more safer, and a bit busy. You don't want to be alone. Why would you be alone when you're 80?
I know. Now, for the young corporate guys, someone who is not earning that much but would want to own, okay? Is there anything you're doing to help them out?
Yeah, that's why we introduced rent to own.
Rent to own.
So you can use the rent you are paying to your landlord to pay to Universal.
But Kampala rent, like most of these young guys, rent is, let's say, 500, 300, 1 million or 1.5. Would that be enough to offset?
Yeah, it can be enough.
Because what you need is 50%.
50%.
And
the
the month,
50%.
50%.
And the monthly, which you divide into, we are giving them 18 months, that's about 1 year and plus.
1 year plus. Okay.
So if you paid us 50%, for example, then you get the rent added onto the 50%.
Okay.
And if you are, as you said, corporate world, you can use another maybe 20%, that is the deficit, get from a bank.
From the bank, okay.
Everything is possible with the Universal Multipurpose.
Okay.
We sit down with you and then tailor the payment plan according to you. We are just flexible payment plan company. We want everyone to own these apartments or to own a home if they wish to own.
Okay. Okay, so let's talk about the construction. Are you working with any contractors, or you have Universal is a construction company as well that does the construction? And in terms of material, at times price comes with the kind of material that is used. Okay? Because I've seen, I don't call them cheap material, okay? But if it is cheap, that means the material must not be very expensive. Okay, so I offer you good material, and you have a construction company of your own that handles the construction.
We have contractors, yes, because Universal cannot do everything. So we have contractors, we have Then we have a company under Universal called Ready Mix. We do our own ready mix materials, blocks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we do the concrete to do the story their buildings.
Okay.
And then we do Bubu, buy Uganda, build Uganda.
Okay.
So
most
they are
of
not
the
cheap
materials,
materials,
most
but
of
they
the
are Ugandan materials. Yeah,
okay.
we do the tiles, we are getting them from Uganda.
Uganda, okay.
Paint
Yeah,
from Ugandan.
The roofing materials.
Yeah, everything. Steel, carpenters, the woodwork.
From Uganda.
Yeah, from Uganda. So they're not cheap. It's what is on the market and it's what is affordable. So
Okay.
clients need to appreciate that we cannot start importing
Okay.
the tiles and making the house very expensive.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're using, and the Ugandan products are very good.
Okay. Okay. And the projects that you've done, in terms of reputation, the materials you've used, they lasted long. And let's also talk about maintenance. Do you schedule maintenance for the properties? Let's say if it's a block, you schedule maintenance. Like let's say that it's required to have it maintained after a period of let's say 10 years.
Yeah, because we are making 10 years soon, so our properties are still good.
Okay.
For where we have challenges, we are working out with the homeowners or the different boards to make sure that we can sort out whatever is happening in those. And mainly it's a maintenance issue. Mainly it's a maintenance issue, so we are trying to guide them
Okay.
on how to maintain their properties.
Okay.
Mm.
Have you had any challenges with your clients, let's say the homeowners?
Oh, of course, challenges are always there. Clients can never be 100% satisfied.
Okay.
But we are here and we
Have they
here to
resolved?
assure you that we are here to make sure that whatever you buy is on standard. And we also keep on, we have a technical team or a maintenance team. If you have an issue, we have a channel that we use, communication channel. Yeah, so we are here, we are not running away.
Okay.
We maintain these buildings.
Okay. So what kind of model have you tried to set up to resolve issues like that might rise within or among its tenants? Okay.
Every building or every project has a management person
Okay.
who sits there from Monday up to Saturday
To manage
to manage,
security.
yeah, to also get the complaints and make sure that people are in harmony.
Okay.
So once she gets a complaint from unit number 2, forwards it to the engineer, then the engineer forwards it maybe to whichever department is needed. Some of them, either it's a national water issue, or maybe issue, you know.
Okay. Have you set up any projects with swimming pools, and what safety measures have you tried to set up, especially if, it's very hard to, have someone, for example, be at the swimming pool 24/7 to watch over, but now what safety measures do you put in place to, try to control?
Yeah, we have, most of our projects now have swimming pools. We have a guide,
Those are always there,
you're always there, Monday to Saturday.
24/7.
You can't swim in the dark.
Okay.
So there's
Yeah,
always,
but why I'm asking-
there's
why I'm
always a
asking-
gate or there's a barrier.
Oh, okay.
When
And for our viewers out there, Universal Affordable is really Universal Affordable. They have different packages for you, ranging from 90 million, you said, 98 million
to
to
440.
440, which is way cheaper than setting up a standalone, and you can still enjoy the city,
Yeah,
just
sure.
living within the city,
And pay installments.
paying installments. That's what we have for you. Being your host, Josiah. Till next week.